Haseeb, what's the biggest thing holding your business back right now?
Yeah, one of the biggest challenge right now is the lead generation and getting the consistent leads for our business.
Consistent lead flow. Okay, tell us about the business.
Yeah, we are offering data and AI services to various industries. It's mainly building the end-to-end data platforms and then building the AI application layer on top of it.
Okay, end-to-end data platform and
Yeah.
AI on top of it, right? That's what you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do a deep dive, but let's talk about the goals first. So, what was the revenue last year, and what's the 3-year revenue goal you have set for the business?
Yeah, last year we did 100,000, 110-ish, and then
Okay, 110.
yeah, 110. That's roughly like 10K per month as well. Our goal is to in 3 years to meet at least 1 million. Like that's roughly
1
around
million.
Yeah.
This is US dollars. Where are you located?
I'm based in Sweden, but I usually talk about US dollars all the time.
US dollars. Okay. So 110K last year. And how big is your team right now?
Last year we were 4 or 5 people. Right now we are 12-ish people actually.
12 people. How many
Yeah.
onshore? How many offshore?
Most of them, except one person, all of them are offshore.
Okay. You're not including yourself, right? So you're founder plus 12 people.
It's me, another person, 2 people. We are based in Sweden, and then rest of
Okay.
the in Pakistan.
So 11 people in Pakistan. And then you're the solo founder or the other person is a co-founder?
Yes, I'm the solo founder.
So what are the responsibilities of your responsibilities, your onshore person responsibilities and offshore, just high level?
Yeah, so I do most of the sales and then
Okay.
project delivery as well, like client communication and all those things I handle by myself. And then the other person I have with me in Sweden, he also takes care on some of the projects when project gets mature. But all the other people who are offshore, they do the actual implementation or execution of the project as well. Some of
Okay.
them, they are on the client calls as well, and then they do the delivery and presentations, but most of them are doing the work and then we deliver the work with the client.
Okay. How many active clients do you work with at a given time? Like right now, how many active?
We have 5 clients at this moment. Earlier, we had a lot more because a lot of smaller clients as well, like under 10K. But now we're trying to kind of push back on that and trying to go a little bit bigger. So right now we are at 5 clients at the moment.
Okay. Are they on monthly retainers or like one-off project?
Most of them, we develop the system. So during that time, obviously, we have the monthly source of income. But after that, most of the time, we do the maintenance and then improvements, or that keeps going on. For now, we have 2 projects. That's where we have the retainer model. For the other 3, we are just doing the newer development at the moment.
When you do the newer development, how long do these projects last?
It really depends. It could be 6 months. It could be longer than that as well. So 2 projects I say where we have a retainer, they're already have been going for almost over 12 to 15 months.
Okay.
And then the 3 where we're doing the newer development, 2 of them is already over 6 months. One is under 6 months at the moment.
So it seems like once someone becomes a client, they tend to pay you monthly for a long time.
Yeah, it's a long-term projects. It's bigger projects and B2B projects, so that companies needs to take a lot more time to think. And once they decide, it takes a couple of months to develop the project and see the value itself as well.
Okay. Let's do your customer acquisition pie chart. So where are the most of the clients coming in right now? Which lead source are they coming from? And what percentage?
Yeah, I would say around 80 to 90% is coming from Fiverr. That has been the biggest source so far. Yeah, that's where I have been since last couple of weeks or months trying to think that how we could move away from that as well. Then we have Upwork, one client, I think if I remember correctly, in last 1 year, we had a one from LinkedIn. And lately we got one more client that has been in discussion, but we haven't started the work or we have signed the contract, but that came from our own website because we've been publishing a lot of content, blogs, and try to do a lot more SEO on the website as well.
Okay.
We have decent amount of traffic right now on the website. You could say like 50K, 70K impression in 30 days. So that's getting better.
How many visits though?
So I think when you say we could see clicks, that's like 250, 300 clicks, but then impressions are 50 to 70K. But how many visits? I haven't looked at that. Maybe I could check.
The impressions are just as in like you're showing up in the search results, but that doesn't mean anything unless someone clicks on it, right?
Yeah.
So how
clicks are
many?
around
Yeah.
250, 300 clicks.
250, 300. Okay. So your
Yeah.
300 clicks, you're getting 300 views essentially from SEO. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So 80% of the leads are coming from Fiverr, 10% from Upwork, 10% from LinkedIn, and one potential from SEO,
Yeah.
right? Okay. And then you're spending more effort on. So tell me about your SEO efforts. Is it just writing blog content, or are you doing backlinks and doing guest posting? What else are you doing?
Yeah, so I don't do it by myself, but I have somebody who's kind of working as a fractional CMO. So we usually do blog post. We've been posting on LinkedIn's. We got couple of backlinks as well. We've been doing guest blog posts on other websites as well to get the backlinks as well. Then we ran Google Ads temporarily for a month or so as well.
Okay. And how did the Google ads turn out?
Yeah, this one project that we are saying that we have signed, and it's a
Hmm.
3 years contract. If it goes through, and it's a comparatively bigger project as well, that I kind of felt it came. We did not have a very good tracking, but our intuition is it came from the ads actually.
Oh, it didn't come from SEO. It came from ads.
Yeah, this is where we have been a little bit not sure, but our intuition is it's coming from. It came actually from the ads because when we were
I mean, you
running
could
the
just ask them.
okay, it's a bigger bank because they have a procurement, they have something else. So the person
Oh,
who
I see. Okay.
they are out of picture already. So process has gone very far ahead actually.
I see. Okay. So it's like a corporate client.
Most of our clients are corporate clients actually.
Oh,
I
really? Yeah.
yeah, all of them are so yeah, one, two, the two retainers, both of them are bigger corporates. Both of them, I would say, maybe more than 10,000 people because we serve a specific department in that company. Then this one we're talking about, it's also kind of a bigger bank. Then the other two, we have more than I would say 1,000 or 500 people. One client I'm talking about, maybe they have less people, but then they have a bigger business as well.
Okay. What's your ideal customer profile?
For us, it's a business who is using a lot of different systems and they have client data in different places setting. It could be client data, it could be their processes data. For example, now we're working with the garment manufacturing. So they have a company, they have a couple of factories. Each factory has a lot of different data sets as well. So we are gathering all the data from these different data sources and then kind of creating a bigger 360 picture for them, how much they are producing, how much they need to produce, how much energy consumption is happening. So, in general, I would say anything where they have maybe more than 100 employees, they have been using data in different systems, various departments, and then somebody either it could be a CTO or it could be head of data actually.
Okay. So head of data for a company that is 100 plus employees.
Yeah.
So if they have 100 plus employees, why wouldn't they just try to solve this problem in house? Why would they want to look outside?
So a lot of these companies, what we do is like they have systems. These are operational systems. But then what they do is like they are day-to-day operations. But what we do is like we do analytics, looking at the data, improvisation. So for that you need a different set of tools and technologies and skill set as well. So
Okay.
I think we could go ahead and build an in-house team. A lot of bigger clients they do in most of the cases, but then in other cases they could always go ahead and find a consultancy who could do that for them.
Okay. Give me a very specific example of a client that hired you and what need you are solving.
Okay, so the one client we are working with right now, So, as I mentioned about the garment factory, so they have, I think, 7 or 8 different garment factories. All these factories have different type of machines. It's working. They have the operations, but then each factory has its own systems, its own data. So, factory in city A and a factory in city B, when the leadership wants to look at the report, they have to look at the reports for the city A separately, for city B separately. So what we do is like we go in, we connect all the systems, we bring the data from all these different factories into a single place and build more of a visual dashboard. That's like a basic thing. But then on top of it, what we do is like we look at all the machines' data and we see, okay, how much energy they're consuming, how much water they're consuming, what should be the process so that they could improve their production as well, how they could save on the energy. Then in terms of that, we are also looking how much orders they're getting and how much stock they need to plan in the future as well. So it's like more of a looking at the data and trying to see what are the different things they could improve.
Okay. Like process improvement, and that leads to operational efficiencies, right?
Yeah, it
Okay.
it was an example. Another project we're doing that's again is we're just building the dashboards. It's another airline. They have already the data team, but in this case what do they have is like they need to have these dashboards ready by a certain deadline, so they needed an external team. So we go in, we just help them with building these dashboards where they could see that how many people are booking the ticket, booking the flights, which channels they're coming from. Either they're coming from Google, they're coming from social media, they're coming directly to the websites, and then looking at that, what kind of discounts they should run, what kind of campaigns they should be running on. Okay, how many flights has been coming in which season, and what should be the planning for the next season according to that.
Okay. Where are you? Are your clients all over the world, or are you mostly in Europe or Asia or US?
It's I think all spread out. There isn't a specific geography actually. So right now, this airline one, this is more Europe. We have a Germany, we have South Africa, we have Australia, we have US, and we had one in South America, but then that was small one. So it's like mostly where the lead comes in. So we don't have a specific
Okay.
geography at the moment.
Okay, so it's a global client based. So what does the process look like? So someone Fiverr, you have like a gig people apply to. Like, tell me how that works. The Fiverr workflow.
Yeah, so the Fiverr and Upwork generally, it's like you have your profile. It shows that okay, your profile, you have delivered this kind of work, you have reviews, and that kind of when somebody Google's, they need data engineering services, so it shows up in the Google as well, and that they could see that okay, this profile has already been rated good. They have delivered a couple of projects that kind of build that trust for them as well. So they write to you and then say, okay, this is the type of services we're looking for. That's where generally, usually after 1 or 2 messages, within 4 or 5 messages, I try to get on a call with them actually. My idea is to kind of show the value as soon as we get on a call, because if I'm chatting very long, asking a lot of questions, usually it dies down very quickly. So once we get on a call, I try to understand what they're looking for, what's are their problem, and how they are thinking to solve it. Generally, we show some of the existing projects we have done in the similar space as well, and that's where after the first call, I try to get a little bit more detail. On the first call, usually it's just like showing what we're doing, what they wanted to do, but most of the time I asked them to go back and get more detail about their requirements, what they actually wanted to do or what's they needed actually. Once the project is finished, what is their success criteria in detail. So once they come back with that, then we have one more call. In that, I get a little bit more detail into the project, and after that, I create a proposal and present it to them over the call and say, okay, this is what we think, this is the how we're gonna do it, and this is the pricing, and That's how it flows.
Okay, so Fiverr is the top of the funnel. You get them on the first call, essentially your discovery call. Then it goes to a second call where you like a value add call, and then you send a proposal, and then assuming they sign the contract, then you move forward, right?
Yeah.
So close. Okay. So right now, is it all on the Fiverr platform, or does it go come off of Fiverr? Like everything is built through Fiverr?
So most of these clients, when they start, first it goes through the Fiverr. But once we have been working for like 3, 4, 5 months, then it goes off the Fiverr actually.
Okay. So what? So right now, the funnel. So if say 100 people reach out to you over Fiverr, what percentage of those 100 people convert into the first call?
No, we don't track that at the moment actually.
No, just give me approximate so we can look for optimizations.
Okay, so if we have 100 people reaching out, I would say maybe 30% or less they get
Okay.
on a call. Yeah, a lot of them they just ask a couple of questions, and then it feels like. So one thing I noticed that if somebody is writing to you, if you try to get them on a call right within that minute because they're thinking, "Oh, I wanted to get this thing done," and then that's much quicker. If you respond them a little later after like a couple of hours, usually it dies down as well very quickly, or maybe they find another person.
Yeah,
So
speed to lead. Yeah, speed to lead is very important. The
yeah,
faster we can respond, the faster we can get on a call. Because there's so many services on Fiverr, right? They just want, and once they start the conversation, then they're like, oh, I don't want to restart with someone else, right? So
exactly.
whoever gets to build the relationship first wins, right? So speed is important. Okay. So 30 people. And what is your speed to lead right now on average? Because I'm sure, see, you're the only one responding or you have team helping out?
I we are 2 people, so we are sharing. So generally, most of the time, I'm responding because I have it on the notification on my phone. But in the like certain hours, there is nobody during the night when we both are not available. But in that case,
Yeah.
we Fiverr has recently introduced some sort of a AI based on your profile. It interacts with them as well and try to get more information. But I've been noticing that that hasn't been very helpful when people see, oh, it's a bot talking to me, and then they get frustrated as well. So I've been lately thinking maybe turn that off and then let's
Yeah.
see how it goes. Yeah.
No, I think it would make sense. I mean, you have an offshore team in Pakistan, right? So why don't we use them to just get them on the schedule, right? So you have like a Calendly link, and you say, "Oh, I would love to help you out. Please book a call." That's it.
Yeah, that's a good idea that we should have a 24/7 somebody looking at the account, and then during those hours somebody is also responding to the queries.
Yeah, because your audience is global, so you have to have support that's global as well, right? Because then because speed to lead, if you just solve that, you might just double your conversion rate, right? Because instead
Yeah,
of 30 people, maybe like 50 to 60 people are coming into the funnel, and now you have 2x the chances, right? Okay.
uh, good.
So 30 people right now coming to the first call. How many of those 30 people get to the second call?
So since Fiverr is very competitive, at the start I was taking all the projects, even if it was like a $20, $30 hour, per hour as well. Right now, I would say that a lot of people come. But then, since we say that we are not going to go below, let's say, for example, we are saying around $50 per hour, that's what should be the minimum for us. Then, a lot of projects we go in and we talk to the people, and then we get an understanding that, okay, they don't have a budget, so those calls doesn't convert. And
Oh, I see. So I think the way to solve that is, so BANT qualification, right? Budget, authority, need, and timing. So B is for budget, right? As in, like, do they have enough money to pay for my services? Authority, as in like, are they authorized to make the decision, or they're just like, like they're just not the decision maker. N is for need. Do they have like a real need, or are they like shopping around? T is for timing, as in like, are they ready to move forward within the next 30 days, or they're looking for something in the next year, right? So those are the four qualifying questions that you can add as part of your Calendly. So when you say schedule a call, so those will be like the qualifying question. Because if you have a question which says, well, our rates start from $50 an hour, are you okay with that pricing? If they say no, then you can just display a message saying, well, I don't think it makes sense to move forward. Otherwise, they're just wasting your time on the call, right? What's the point of you rejecting them on a call? We can just have our form reject them.
Okay, yeah. Usually on the Fiverr, what's happening? They ping and we chat,
Yeah,
and that's where we agree on the time. Yeah, but that's true that I could send them to this Calendly link with the band, and then that's
yeah,
where I have a lot more information before getting on the call as well. Okay.
exactly. Yeah, because otherwise, it's wasting your time. And especially if you have a team member responding within 60 seconds on the off hours, that might double the amount of calls you're getting. And obviously, we don't want you to be on calls all day and not be converting. So we want them to send to the link so they get qualified, like BANT qualification. Then, if they're qualified, then they come to you, and then it's more productive for you as well. So it's a win-win for everyone, right? Okay. So right now, if 100 people message you, 30 people do the first call, and you reject how many? Like say half of them, or
Yeah, I think
right
it's
now?
right now. If 30 people get on a call, maybe we usually convert to one, two,
Not convert, just to
uh,
the second call.
to the second call. I would say it would be more like 4 or 5 people actually.
5 people. So out of the 30, 5 people move to the second call, right?
Yeah.
And out of those 5 people, how many do you send the proposals to?
Yeah, if they get on a second call, then that's most of the time we would say that we send the proposal to them actually.
So 4 out of 5, 4 people.
Yeah, yeah, 4 people out of yeah.
And out of those 4 people, how many close?
Yeah, out of those 4 people, I would say 1 out of 4, two out of 4, 1 or 2, we could say that gets closed
Okay.
actually.
So
Yeah.
1.5 people. 1.5 people close, right? So that means your conversion rate is 1.5%, right? So ideally, we want to keep the conversion rate above like 20%, right? And I think if we just disqualify them on that automated form, that's going to increase your conversion rate by a lot. And obviously, if we double the amount of calls as well, because you're responding within 60 seconds, I won't even have you respond. I would just have a dedicated person in Pakistan monitoring your Fiverr at all times, and they, as soon as they get a ping, they respond. That's their only job, like outside of whatever they're doing. Basically, as soon as they get a notification, drop whatever you're doing and just respond to the client and say, just do basic information. I would love to help you out. Please schedule something, and you do as many of those client calls as possible. I don't think it's because you, as the CEO, it's not a CEO level activity for you to be constantly responding to notifications, right? Your job is to close people, right? That's the highest ROI activity. What do
Yeah.
you think?
So some of these activity, yeah, I think that's true. But I'm thinking that because some of these discussions they are very technical, so I try to do it myself as well.
No, no,
But
no. Discussions on the call should be technical, not
mm,
on Fiverr chat. Fiverr chat should be just logistics.
Okay.
Because if they're asking you a technical question on the chat, oh, you can just respond. Your VA can just respond, oh, yeah, I would love to discuss that. Let's hop on a call. Here's the link,
Okay. Mm.
right? Don't even get technical on the chat because then because basically, the more technical slash complex the chat becomes, the more reasons you're giving them to reject you,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Because we just want it to be all logistics on the chat so that you don't have to handle this task anymore because it's not a CEO level task,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
You're the most expensive closer. Your highest value is to close more clients. That's how you get to 1 million, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think you should be responsible for notifications. You should just have your calendar up and do as many client calls as possible. So this workflow should be applied to all the channels, whether they're coming from Fiverr, whether they're coming from Upwork, whether they're coming from LinkedIn, whether they're coming from SEO. Everyone comes, like someone from SEO slash LinkedIn they come to a landing page, and the landing page is book a free consultation, and that links to the same your consultation calendar. That
Okay.
way, you have top five different funnels and all leading to free consultation call, and then you just focus on doing a good job on the consultation calls and not be bothered with the notifications.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, does
Uh,
that make sense?
no, 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 I understand that. I think that's the ideal goal where we should be. That from all these channels or funnels, we have the leads coming in, and then the calls are being set up, and then I'm just getting on the calls with the people actually.
Yeah, you're just doing consultation calls all day. You're like a lawyer, right? The lawyer, like in a highly priced lawyer, the lawyer is not on the front desk. The lawyer is not monitoring their chats, right? Lawyer is all they do is do the initial free consultation and try to convert them into paying clients. That's all, because they otherwise they're wasting time, right? Okay, so 30. So I understand why 30 people are only 5 out of the 30 are moving to the next call, because right now we're not qualifying on the application. We're qualifying on the, so that makes sense on the call. Uh 1 out of 5 are dropping on the proposal stage. Why is that?
One out of five. Sometimes when we do a lot more discussion, I think during the discussion we also find out that okay, what could be the reason? It's like maybe they don't seem interested. It could be that the we have a long delay. That could be a reason as well. First call, they agreed. Then I asked them to get on a second call. They came on the second call. They agreed for the second call, but then maybe during that 1 week or 2 weeks time, where they said they're going to collect all the information and send the information, and then the interest dies down from their side as well. It seems like that could be the reason.
Okay, so what you have to do is when you send the proposal, does it have a deadline? Does it have like any sort of urgency that if you do not take action within this time frame, this proposal is no longer valid?
No, we don't do that. I send it and I say, let's get on a call, and then we discuss on the call. There is
Yeah.
no
So
urgency or
right.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the problem. So you, what is your capacity right now? How many clients can you take on at a given time? Because you cannot take on unlimited, right? Obviously. What is the capacity where I give you, say if I give you 10 more clients right now, would you be able to handle them right now at this second?
No, I have to bring in more people.
Right.
We
So how many can you handle right now? So you say you have 5 active clients. How many more can you handle?
we had 11ish at the start of the year, but a lot of them were very smaller clients where this is where we're changing a bit as well. Earlier, I was taking a lot of smaller clients under 10K as well. So that's where we need a couple of hours per day or per week for them. So somebody's working on two projects at the same time, and sometimes we're just solving the issues, more of a support on the weekly basis as well. But now we're trying to
Right.
grow a little bit bigger as well. So I would say maybe we could take in three ish more within the
Okay.
same team size. But if we have a more project, then we need to bring in
Right.
more people
Right.
actually.
Right. Right. Okay. So you have a limit. You can only take three more clients right now. That's perfect. And what is your rates? You charge per hour or by the project?
I try to go by the project as well, but in a lot of cases, we still do per hour as well.
Okay. So you can say, so we need to include scarcity and urgency in your proposal. So scarcity is a function of quantity, as in like how many more spots are left. Urgency is a function of time, right? Think deadlines, right? So when you send the next proposal, you say, okay, so this proposal, say we send it today, I can and say I can hold the current rates until, say, give them 10 days, 7 days, whatever, right? I can hold the current rates for another 10 days, and I can hold your temporary spot for the next 10 days. Your spot and your rate I can hold for 10 days, because we are a small business and we can only to make sure we provide the highest quality, we never service more than x number of clients at a given time, and I only have whatever, two spots left, so I cannot guarantee availability of me and my team beyond this 10-day timeline, and I cannot also guarantee the price. So right now I'm quoting you whatever, $38,000 for the project, right? And overtime at $100 per hour, whatever, right? But I can lock in this rate up till for the next 10 days. But if you were to come back, like, it's going to be higher than that. So I can only guarantee the spot and the prices for the next 10 days, right? Because you can imagine now, if they're shopping around, you put a deadline on there. But now you also need to, this cannot be fake. It needs to be real. If they do come back after a month, you have to charge them more.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's not ethical what you're
Yeah.
doing, right? So we need to keep it honest and we need to keep it ethical. So I'm sure a year from now, your rates will be higher than what you're charging right now, right?
Yeah.
So your rates only go up. So we have to be honest that the rates will be increasing, and I can hold this rate until whatever, next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 week, whatever you feel like is an appropriate time for that client. Because I'm sure if it's like a Fortune 500 client, they'll need more than a week, right? So yeah, so that's what we need to incorporate, because then you'll probably save some of the clients, because they'll, instead of ghosting you, they'll be like, okay, I need to get back to Haseeb in the next 10 days, otherwise I might lose my spot, or
Yeah.
I might lose that rate.
That
What do you
makes sense.
think?
No,
Make
I think
sense?
that's true. When we send the proposal, we need to include the scarcity and urgency part as well, and then
Yeah.
it will kind of in their mind they need to think, okay, we need to get back, otherwise it's gonna change the pricing or something. We need to think and finalize before specific deadline.
Yeah. You cannot guarantee price and you cannot guarantee availability after
Yeah.
10 days. Okay. And of course, give a reason why, right? Okay. So the next thing is, you said one and a half people are closing out of those four people who do receive the proposal. So I'm guessing scarcity and urgency will help there. What are the objections you're getting? Like right now, do people say, oh, I'm not going to be moving forward because of XYZ, some sort of objection?
Lately, last two where we had a good discussion, it turns out that the client said, okay, we did not have the budget approval in the quarter and project is delayed in the organization. They say we are still talking. Once we have the budget for the next quarter. If something happens within the organization, we'll come back. The one was we had the discussions, and then client said we'll get back to you, but I followed up and they haven't gotten back yet. But I followed up once again. After two follow-ups, I kind of did not follow up again. But that's what we usually do. I like just follow up, give them a space, follow up once again, and then just wait there. Any specific objection we have gotten in terms of pricing? Sometimes we do, but usually we try to discuss and negotiate around that as well. That
Okay.
what's their budget, what they're thinking, how can we reduce the
Okay.
scope, and manage that within that budget as well.
Okay. So, all right, let's tackle them one at a time. So, you said not enough budget. So, when someone's obviously this scarcity and urgency will kind of solve that problem for you because it was like, well, okay, fine. If you come back after a quarter, the prices will be higher. Up, you make the decision. There's nothing else we can do there, right?
Yeah.
If someone is ghosting you, once again, the pricing scarcity and urgency will help there as well. If they're ghosting you and the deadline has passed, you're like, all right, you don't even need to follow up if the
Mhm.
deadline has passed. If you say I can hold your rates up till September 2nd and they never respond, there is no need to follow up because it's done. You know it's a dead deal because
Yeah.
they didn't you threw a hook and they didn't take it. So it's fine. So it saves you time as well. Price objection is something we can handle. So um, if someone is saying, so you said, you can either reduce the scope and say, okay, I can do this for, instead of 38, you don't have enough budget, so I can do it for 28, but then I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do this, so we reduce the scope. The other way you can handle it is in terms of value they would be getting. Like if you can somehow tie it to, well, this is going to save you X amount of dollars, and those savings, say that if you're charging 38 but you're saving them 150, right? You can say, well, obviously you'll have to do some extrapolations in that to make that case. Say, well, so based on my understanding, you're saving like two full-time salaries because we're doing it like offshore team, blah 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 blah, and I think you are based on the market rates, and you can back up your research with whatever the prices are for full-time, and you can say, well, I'm saving you with this much, right? So that's one thing. The other thing you can do is risk free. Like you can make your offer risk free. Right now, do you have any money back guarantee or anything?
We have it on the website where we say that we do the POC within 15 days. And if you are satisfied with the initial work, then we start working and then we do the project execution.
No, no, no. What I'm asking is, in your proposal, when you make this custom proposal to your client, does that proposal have any risk free guarantee, like money back guarantee or anything?
No, at the moment we don't have that.
Okay, so if you can just add that, it's gonna blow your competition out of the water, right? Because then they cannot even compare you with anyone else, right? So to make an offer irresistible, right? So I use the acronym FERNBUS. So fast, easy, risk free, um, benefit driven name, bonuses, urgency, and scarcity, right? So we discussed urgency and scarcity already, so I'm going to cross that, right? Um, so fast, easy is essentially whatever the deliverable is. You're saying, well, we can do it within 90 days or 120 days or 6 months or whatever, right? So obviously you're highlighting that. Making it easy, obviously you need to highlight that as in like, well, we'll take care of everything. We're gonna try to minimize the impact on your teams and try to gather all the information. Just send us the business requirement documents. We'll try to glean all the information from there. So we incorporate fast, easy in our proposal. The other one is risk free. So we need to have the risk free component. That is the most important component of an irresistible offer, because then it decommoditizes your offer as well. Because say you're Haseeb, you have a competition, say Abi, and if I am saying, yeah, my price is this, say you came in at 38K and I came in at 35, right? You could, and the client says, oh Haseeb, I have your competition, he's coming in at 35, can you match it? And then you'll say, well, are they offering guarantee, like are they giving you a 30-day money back or 15-day money back guarantee, right? And they'll say, yeah, no they're not. Like that's why, so I'm taking on more risk, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
and the reason I'm offering that guarantee is because I'm really good, I know what I'm doing, and that's the reason the competition is not offering, and I'm offering. So wouldn't it make sense to pay a little bit higher for higher quality work so it doesn't cause headache down the line, right?
yeah.
So
That's a really good one.
right, so that's how you handle price objections as well. So not only that, but the other thing is bonuses. So you can also incorporate, like instead of just saying, oh, my offer is I'm going to be delivering this within the next 180 days, you can say, well, not only you get delivery of this in the next 180 days, you also get unlimited support. You also get access to me. You will have my phone number. If something blows up, you call me directly. You'll also get Discord access or Slack access to my team leads. You'll also get, you know, if you want me to fly out or whatever, you know, whatever, right? So you can add components, bonuses to your offer. And then once again, if there's a price objection, you lead with the risk free. Is your competition, is the competitor offering that? No, I didn't think so. Is the competition offering Discord access between sessions? Are they giving you access to their technical team leads if they have more technical questions? Are they offering us to like fly out? Like, of course they're not offering, and that's why they're cheaper, because we're delivering higher quality work. We're going above and beyond. We're giving you all these guarantees because we know what we're doing and we like to go above and beyond, right? So that's the case you can make, right? When
Yeah,
you deal with these kind of objections.
yeah. I think right now we only offer this kind of a support once we develop that, and we say, okay, usually you have like 3 months or 6 months support depending on the project size. And once we develop, after that, we're gonna give you the support in addition to that for usually like it's 2 to 3 months free support for the project. If anything happens,
Yeah.
we do that as well. But we could add more that as around that. But I think it's really good around the risk free, where money back guarantee. We could add that. Okay, saying okay, if, that's how you tackle the
Yeah.
pricing objection.
Yeah. So basically the idea is, when if someone, if you're sending a proposal to someone, the close ratio from there should be 100% if we know what we're doing, right? Because we're going to make them an offer so good, they will feel stupid saying no to it. And the reason it's going to be so good is because it's going to be a decommoditized offer that they cannot compare to anyone else, because of making it fast, because of making it easy, risk free, adding bonuses, having an urgency, having scarcity, having a benefit driven name, and all that, right? So that's the idea behind it. Make sense?
Yeah,
Questions? Any hesitations or anything you wanted to clarify before we move forward?
I think on the offer, that's more of a tailored proposal we do for every project. But because since we are doing customized services, because there is this concept, I watch a lot of videos online and all about this stuff as well, where you could say that you should have an offer on your website as well, where somebody could look it up and then they are already kind of thinking about it. So somehow, sometimes I think that maybe we cannot make it for our business, because we have to make a custom offer every time for each and every client.
Asib, your proposal is your offer.
Yeah, that's true. But then this is more of a tailored offer for each client based on understanding them.
I
It's
make tailored offers for each client, and every offer has these 7 components.
Yes, that's true. No, I agree to that part. What I was saying
Okay.
is that in a lot of these tutorials, what I learn is that on the website we need to have an offer as well. Since our offering is more of a tailored custom offer, somehow
Yeah.
we cannot convert this to more generic offer on the website.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah,
So what you can do is have a skeleton offer. What that means is you will have a generic offer with this. I mean, I do the same thing. If you go to my website, you'll see my skeleton offer. I still offer the, because you can have the guarantee. The guarantee will remain the same, right?
yeah,
The bonuses will more or less remain the same. Like you're offering support, you're offering Discord access or Slack access between, like whatever the common components would be between the proposal, you still have that offer on your website. So if someone goes to the website, they can still get an idea of what the offer is, right? But then when we make a proposal, that's the customized version of what we have on our website. So it's still similar, but it's specific to their needs.
hmm, okay,
Yeah, yeah, but you need something on the website for sure, because then if they're trying to do research, they're like, oh yeah, that's the offer I received, but it's customized to me.
okay.
Yeah, good point. All right, Haseeb, anything else before we move on?
No, I think I'm good on this part so far.
Okay, so the other thing is what prevents people from moving to the next step. Like, say you got the call, did the proposal. Even if you have an irresistible offer, there's a chance they might not move forward. And the reason they might not move forward is that they might not believe you. So believability is a problem that we need to solve. Like you might say, "Oh, I'm going to give you 90-day money back guarantee." Right? It's an irresistible offer. No one in is sane enough in what you're doing would ever make a 90-day money back guarantee. Right? Will anyone make that offer? They'll be like extremely insane.
Yeah,
Right? No one will make that guarantee. But if you were desperate and you were not getting any clients, you would be willing to make that guarantee. But the problem is the client might not believe you because it's too good, right? It's so good that it's unbelievable. Like if I say, Haseeb, if you buy my consulting, I will give you a Ferrari as a bonus, right? That's an irresistible offer. But you don't believe me. You'll be like, yeah, you're full of crap. I don't believe you, right?
yeah, it's too good to
But
be.
what if I had 20 people, 20 video testimonials of people in their Ferraris? Now you're going to believe me, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
that's what we need to do. So we can make our offer irresistible, but we also need to add believability to it. Otherwise, people will like, yeah, Haseeb, I don't believe him. He's full of crap, right? And we do that with video testimonials. Text testimonials used to work. They don't work in the age of AI because I can have ChatGPT create text testimonials in 5 seconds. No one's gonna believe them. Right? No one's gonna like you know uh, like believe in the testimonials themselves. But if it's like a video testimonial where you can see people and you can do like interview style video testimonials where you can get one of your previous clients on a Zoom call, ask them for feedback, like exit interview almost, and then if they say something nice you can clip those with their permission, that kind of thing. So you need like at least 10 of those in my opinion. So my real estate company that we run, I have like 50 plus video testimonials. um and the reason we do that is because there's just not a lot of trust online in what we do. We sell land, right? There's a lot of scammy companies. So to counter that, we had like hundreds and like hundreds total, but 50 plus video, right? So we need to do something for you. How many video testimonials do you have right now on your website?
yeah. We don't have any video testimonials. So we have some demo videos of the projects we have delivered. It's like we show off. Okay, this is the value.
Yeah,
This it's just me describing that. It's not the
yeah.
client. Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
not a testimonial. So I think that might be another thing. Because when you are looking, because right now you're charging whatever you're charging, but then when you go to premium prices, for you to hit 1 million, you will, when you attract like premium S tier clients, they would not even get on a call with you unless they have undeniable proof on your website,
Okay.
right? So I would start doing that ASAP. I think that might be the most important takeaway from this conversation. Try to get those trust assets, video testimonials ASAP, and add it to your offer page, because that might be hurting you the most. Because it's totally possible people research you and they don't see anything. They're like, yeah, I don't trust this Haseeb guy.
Okay. I think we have testimonial, but that's the text one. But I agree, and I like the idea of the video testimonial. I don't know why we haven't thought about this before. Maybe it's not very common to have video testimonials, but let me reach out to the clients
Yeah.
and
Yeah. I mean,
talk.
pre AI, text testimonials used to work. But post AI, I mean, you could ask ChatGPT to give you 400 testimonials. You'll get it in 4 milliseconds,
Yeah,
right? So they lost all believability. So that's why we need video now. The times have changed, right? But yeah, so that would be the, to complete the irresistible offer and to make it convert, we need to make it believable by having video testimonials. Tell me your thoughts, questions, hesitations.
yeah. I think with the video testimonial, I mean, I like the idea, but in general, it's gonna be a little bit tricky to get the clients on board. Some of them have been on calls a lot, so they might be okay. But let's see, there is no harm in
You
asking.
get, yeah, you get them on a feedback call. Say, Mr. John, we work together. I would love to document. I would love to capture your experience while working with us. Would you mind, jumping on a Zoom call with me? And I would to compensate for your time. I can give you whatever like $100 Amazon gift card or whatever. And
Mhm.
then just say, if they say anything negative, like obviously, just say it needs to be honest, right? So I just looking for honest feedback so we can improve our services. So whatever negative they say, you can discard it. Just use it for your own internal feedback process. Whatever positive they say, you can use it as testimonial. It doesn't have to be 20-minute video, right? It can be literally 30 seconds.
Yeah,
So you can ask them, can I make it a recorded session? And if you say anything positive, I would love to use it on my website if you give me permission. And if they say yes, you say, okay, let's do it. If they say no, you can ask them, like, like, I can blur your name, I can blur your company's name, I can blur your face or whatever it takes. But I really need something, so I can help other customers like yourselves.
yeah,
Right?
no, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we discussed the customer acquisition, right? So Fiverr is the top of the funnel. So you were saying earlier, you said you want to move away from Fiverr. Why would you want to do that? That's your top of the funnel.
Yeah, because that's where we are getting clients, but then it's very kind of seasonal as well. Some months it's very consistent. You're getting like a couple of leads every week, but then other months it kind of, maybe it's summer or maybe year end, it goes and dries down as well. On the other hand, the bigger challenge is, as I said, that the expectation from the client is because they are looking for maybe comparatively very cheap resources. So somehow that's the mindset to start with as well. So that's where I was like, okay, maybe we need to move away from it. I mean, for now we are continuing working with it, but in parallel we're trying to build other funnels or resources to get the leads.
Yeah. I once again, I don't think that Fiverr, we should be killing Fiverr. I think it's a lead source. I think we should be trying to increase the LTV, lifetime value, of our existing clients. So right now, do you offer any upsells like additional services to your existing clients? Like if say, oh, I'm doing this data project for you, I can also take over like XYZ project from another department or something. Like I think is there a process to upsell right now?
We have sent out an email like a month ago to most of our clients that
Okay.
and in some in two cases we have a call as well with the extended with another department to get the project as well. And in one case we got the project, in another case we did not. But we don't have a specific process at the moment where we're just regularly kind of upselling to the same clients.
Okay. All right, Haseeb. I'll give you the secret sauce here. So what you want is essentially a customer success function, right? So do you understand the difference between customer service and customer success before I go down this, or do you want me to? Do you understand the difference or no?
Customer service, we provide customer service and customer success. No, maybe you could
Okay.
clarify.
So customer service is reactive. So if someone complains, like say you have Apple product, right? If something is broken or not working, you call Apple, right? So and they help you. So it's reactive, right? So that's customer service. So
Mhm.
success is proactive. So you don't wait for the customer to complain about your services. You proactively reach out and ask for feedback, right? How are things going, right? So two things can happen. If he calls, say, Mr. John, I just wanted to do a check-in, find out how is my team performing, all the milestone getting hit, tell me, is the communication okay? How are things going? Like, so we're asking for feedback. So two things can happen. Either John will be like, oh, this is great. I love your team. Everything is moving smoothly. I can see the progress. All the milestones are going great. Blah, 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 blah. They give you positive, right? If they give you positive, and so let me give you the other scenario. So that's one scenario. Second scenario would be, oh, Haseeb, I'm not happy. The deliverables are not getting met. Sent a message to one of your team members. He doesn't respond on time, or blah, 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 blah. So either they say positive things or they complain, right? Both of those scenarios can be revenue generating for us. Let me explain how. So if they say something positive, that's easy because they're saying positive things. Then we say, John, we also have been helping with AI based projects. So if you or any teams who are looking at AI based projects, I would love to get more of your business since you're already happy. I would love to deliver, work on more projects with you or your company or your departments, right? So that's an easy upsell, right? Because they literally told you you're doing a good job. And if someone says you're doing a good job, you say, well, I would love to get more of your business, right? So that's straightforward. But if they say no, if they complain about, oh, your team member Saeed is not working well or blah blah blah, right? Then it gives you an opportunity to save that relationship, right? So you'll say, oh, I really I can't believe this. I'm gonna fix this for you, and then it allows you to salvage that relationship because clearly they were gonna cut you at
Yeah.
the end of the project deadline anyway because they're not happy, right? So it helps you save the project and it helps you show goodwill. You could say, well, John, I am really upset that you're getting this experience. I'm going to have our emergency team meeting with my whole team. I'm going to get this fixed for you. In fact, I'm going to refund your this week's bill, right? Just as a good faith. Like I'm going to not going to charge you for this week. I'm going to keep it free on the house to because I don't like dissatisfied customers, and I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna replace the guy on your account with someone more capable because I clearly I was not aware, and that's the reason we're doing this call because I would like to be proactively solve problems, right?
Hmm.
So it gives you an opportunity to save the project and fix any issues, right?
Yeah.
Then Once you have this, you fix it, then you have a follow-up call with the same guy and say, John, how are things now? And they say, Haseeb, you're a lifesaver. The new guy is great. Thanks for replacing Saeed. And things are moving smooth again. I'm loving the team now. What do you do then? John, if you have any other projects,
Yeah.
I'm your
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, let me know if right? So both, either it's a positive scenario or a negative scenario. Both are potential revenue generating opportunities. And that's why we do customer success, right? It's not customer service. It's not reactive. It's proactive. And it allows us to generate more customers, because literally your limit is three more candidates, three more projects. You could literally have those three more projects from your existing clients. You might not even need more, right? You might not even need all these SEO things you're doing, because it's totally possible you could just get more projects from your existing clients if you have a solid customer success function.
Yeah, I think we do, but that's also a good that we need to do it more recurring basis. It's like when I start to feel like client is a little bit not feeling well, only then I try to set
Yeah,
up
that's customer
meetings.
service.
Yeah,
That's
so
reactive, right?
that's more
So
reactive.
we got to be proactive, and that's where your time should be going. Because right now you're spending time with notifications on Fiverr. That's what I'm saying. We got to save that time, and we're going to offshore this to someone else so they can just keep bringing people to on your scheduler. And then your time saved should be focusing on the LTV, increasing the lifetime value of the customers that you already have. So your responsibility becomes going on the phone calls, the scheduled calls, and then scheduling new calls, the customer success calls with your existing clients on a cadence,
Okay.
right? And when you do it on a cadence, you will see you getting more projects. And just imagine, like, say they have like 5 consulting companies and no one does this. And you might be the only one doing this, right? And then
Yeah,
there's a next new project. Who do you think the new project will be awarded to?
yeah, that's true.
Right? Because it's like Haseeb like goes above and beyond. He's always in touch. He's always over communicates with me, and he's like, oh, clearly he cares, right? Like when you see people care more than you, right? That's when conversions happen, right? Because then you become the obvious choice. People can feel it. Like I hope you getting the feeling from me that I'm like actually giving you all the secrets and not holding anything back, right?
Yeah,
So similarly, the client needs to feel from you that Haseeb is genuinely trying to, give me as much as possible, right? And he's going above and beyond. He's doing an exceptional job. And then when the next requirement comes in, you become the obvious choice. And that's how you move away from Fiverr, because you'll just have your calendar will be full all the time.
okay. Yeah, I think I will set up that as a cadence, the video
Yeah,
testimonials, and then the other thing is this customer success function.
right. Because the idea is, like I had a so right now you're trying to get to 1 million, right? But how do we get to like 10 million? How do we get to 50 million? So I had a founder on the show. He was making like 50 million plus in revenue. And I asked him like, what are your lead sources? You gave me like 6 of them. You said Fiverr, LinkedIn, Upwork, SEO, Google search, like all that, Google ads, right? I asked for his lead source. He said only one. I was like, what are you talking about? Are you like messing with me? Your company is generating 50 million plus in revenue and you're telling me you only have one lead source? He said, yeah. So he said, Abi, what you don't understand is I've been doing this for 40 years. And when you're doing something for 40 years and you go above and beyond and provide exceptional service, all your customers come through word of mouth, because people just recommending you to other people. So that's where we need to be. We do exceptional service where we don't even need to go to Fiverr, LinkedIn, and Upwork, we just existing customers give us more projects and they recommend to more departments and other companies. Right? I think that's the thing we need to optimize for. Because right now you're like, oh, how do we get more clients? Right?
Yeah.
As opposed to how do we make our existing clients more valuable by going above and beyond so they bring in more customers and more work for us inbound organically, word of mouth.
Yeah,
That's what the secret sauce is.
it's like instead of bringing more clients, how you make your existing clients bring you new client.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you got it, Haseeb. All right, Haseeb. Um, let's do action items. Tell me, what are you thinking? Top things, top 3 items.
Yeah, I think the first one is definitely is going to be the video testimonials that we're gonna focus
Yeah.
on. The other
Yes.
one is customer success function. We're gonna set it up,
Yes.
and
Yes.
then we need to. I feel like track a little bit around this conversion rate from
Yes.
getting the lead, getting on a call, and then kind of
Yeah.
do sort of a tracking so that we know where the leads are falling.
Yes.
And then we need to improve our offer where we need to add risk-free things, bonuses as well, and I think there was a money-back guarantee that we need to add as well. And
Yes.
then at the start, we need to have this where we agreed upon. We're going to set up this, what was it, BANT, so
Yeah.
that we're
Band
filtering out
qualification. Yeah.
qualifications. We're filtering out the leads early
Yeah.
on instead of getting on the calls with them.
Yeah. So the biggest thing that will move the needle, like immediately, like literally starting right after we get off this, and you want to see immediate lift in your conversion, right? That's the thing you didn't mention, is speed to lead. If you
Speed.
can get one guy to monitor the Fiverr and Upwork and all the incoming leads, and their whole job is to respond within 60 seconds, if you can just solve that, that's going to give you the biggest lift, because that will increase the top of the funnel traffic that's booking calls on your calendar.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
everything else will take some time to implement. It's not like a 1 day thing. But speed to lead is something you can just get on a call with a team and say, I need one guy who to monitor this, right?
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
that's kind of easy to fix since we are
That's
into.
very easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very easy. All right, Haseeb, I hope this was valuable.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of small things that maybe I don't notice during the day to day, because coming from more of a developer mindset to this more of a service oriented, a lot of these things you watch on the videos, maybe you don't get that much of a value. You watch the video and maybe you don't feel that, but while having this discussion or this conversation kind of hit me a lot of things that, okay, I could have, while even we're just talking, oh, I could have done this, I could have done this, I've seen this in this video, but it never hit me. So in that sense, it has been really, really valuable for me actually.
Haseeb, it was a pleasure. If anyone's watching this and, they want to avail of your services, they're getting excited about your new offer, what's the best place for them to reach out?
They can reach out to us via tenplus.se, and then or they could directly reach out to me via LinkedIn as well.
Perfect. Haseeb, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Really appreciated it.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.